She said yesterday she has no regrets. Did you see that? You'll see it in just about 2 seconds. Go ahead, put it on.
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
I think the other one asking the question is dumber than Kamala. So that's like, she's a dummy. I watched her over the years. That is one dumb woman. Sorry. I'm sorry, women. She's a dummy. The only one that agrees with that more than me are the women in the audience. So think of this, what she said. No, I can't think of anything. Did you see she froze? Did you see where her teleprompter went out? Her teleprompter went out, and she said it was 32 days or something before the election. So she said, 32.
32! Today we got 32 days until the election. So 32 days. 32 days.
32. She was freaked out. Thank God that sucker went back on. I would have been, I don't know what she would have jumped off the stage.
What's going on, guys? We got to talk about Kamala Harris getting cooked. It seems like a lot of people are turning on Kamala Harris, okay? This is glorious. This whole period of time, like, is very sad about what's happening with Helene and Milton. However, this silver lining here, this is something that, on top of everything else that was already destroying Kamala's campaign, is destroying it even worse, because people are seeing and are very disgruntled with her horrendous hurricane response and the gaslighting surrounding the FEMA funding. So based Eddie Griffin, so for those who don't know, Eddie Griffin, old school comedian, most black folks know who Eddie Griffin is, and if you're old school, you probably have at least seen this guy around. Okay, now he's not super relevant these days, but it depends on how you look at it, because he's making himself relevant. Okay, he's talking about fake behind Kamala Harris. He's went into a lot of issues here, including this whole disaster relief situation. We also got some follow-ups after that with Karine Jean-Pierre and Peter Doocy clapping back on her. Without further ado, let's see what Eddie Griffin had to say about cackling, lying, fake black Kamala.
Lying Harris. Kamala Harris. Look at it. This woman want to play black so bad, she went and erased her grandmama and replaced her grandmama.
As you can see there, it says that she died in July of 1960. And
shout out to Candace Owens for exposing this. Like, this is the same thing I made a video about before. Candace Owens made a video about how Kamala's alleged grandmother had already died before Kamala was even born, but then she appears in another photo, like, when Kamala's an adult. It doesn't make any sense.
So this is a huge scandal.
And her fake grandmama is this black woman who died 4 years before she was born. But in her book, she got a picture standing next to this dead woman with a smile on her face. I wonder how that happened.
Grandma Beryl died in 1960, 4 years before Kamala Harris was born.
And you gonna deny your real grandmama showing up at your inauguration if you happen to get elected, which ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
Everybody I talk to don't like it. Ain't nobody gonna vote for you. Here's your choices, America. The liar or the crook. I think I might be going with the crook, goddammit. Yeah, the crook.
Yes, sir.
Crook. He's got a lot of in him, y'all. He got 3 baby mamas, 43 felony cases and counting. Selling high-top tennis shoes just like Michael Jordan. Got shot just like Tupac. The motherfucker gonna drop an album next. We'll be right back.
This man said that Trump about to drop an album. that he got shot and got 3 baby mamas. This is just stupid.
So I don't know what the you thinking of voting for Kamala. She's a puppet, y'all. Has zero experience. Nobody respects her on the world stage. You're motherfucking crazy. Think that gonna be in charge? You know what's gonna be in charge? The government that just put a hurricane and killed American citizens. And now the Fed's saying there's no money left to respond to hurricanes. But there's plenty of money to send weapons and bombs and more money over to fucking Ukraine and Taiwan and everywhere goddamn else. All you federal motherfucking agencies. Charity starts at home.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. This is what everybody has been saying. Now, the other day, I posted a video about Peter Doocy getting into it with Corinne Jean-Pierre, where she tried to gaslight and say that the whole FEMA money going to illegal migrants is missing disinformation. He had a response to that. Take a look.
Peter Doocy here, outside the West Wing of the White House, where this week, one of my questions about foreign aid versus hurricane relief was called misinformation. President Biden is fond of saying, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value. If he's got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back, what does it say about his values? There's not enough money right now for people in North Carolina who need it. That's not misinformation.
Wait, no, that is your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir. What you do? Yes, it's misinformation.
I've got the information right here. The vice president is posting on social media about $157 million in additional assistance to the people of Lebanon. President Biden is posting about how the Small Business Administration's disaster loan program is going to run out of funding if Congress does not come back. To a lot of people watching these briefings, a taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar. That is not misinformation. That is a fact.
Exactly. A taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar. And Corinne Jean-Pierre herself has admitted in the past that taxpayer dollars going into FEMA, which literally every government program is taxpayer dollars, were going towards illegal migrants straight from the horse's mouth.
So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
Guys, we're tired of the lies, the gaslighting, the BS, the propaganda, the censorship, like the list goes on. The economy, the open borders, the wars. These people are disastrous. The fact that the election is even is fake and phony enough to even have the appearance of being close is just insane. That proves that these fake news media organizations are totally out of control. The radicalized government is out of control. A lot of this stuff need to be hampered and hunkered down by Teflon Don. I hope he comes in and does a full ass sweep, storm surge the freaking White House, Congress, all these freaking federal agencies, just like Helene and Milton are doing. Okay, except it's going to be a government storm surge because Donald Trump and the rest of the Republicans need to come in and wipe these people off the map, not violently, of course, but in every other way, be it politically, legally, dismantling or cutting funds, whatever the hell you got to do, because these people are corrupt and they are literally getting Americans killed because politics is what matters to them at the end of the day. They proved it every day, even with these hurricanes. $750, that ridiculously stupid small amount that people are getting denied for. You're handing out PPE loans like it's nothing. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in a lot of cases, and sometimes more than that. But then you got people that got whole families and you don't approve them, so they may not be able to even eat, get clean water, get clothes, take a shower, nothing. These people are sick and they deserve to get their ass whooped on November 5th. Be sure to get out and early vote so that these people lose. And if you cannot early vote, it's do or die November 5th. Okay, this is one of the reasons I say early vote. What if there's another hurricane? We don't know for sure. We're expecting this to be the last one, but you never know what the hell's going to happen. So be sure to get out there to make sure you don't miss it, because that little teeny tiny margin is all these radical leftists need to go ahead and try to pull off a steal. And trust me, they don't mind pulling the steal. We got to make sure that don't happen. We got to protect this nation, and most of all, protect ourselves, because these people have no interest, clearly, in doing that on our behalf. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.